Hi there. It is the middle of November 15th exactly, and this is the project I have been working on. It's not from a pattern. I'm doing it on my own. I'm not a designer, just to let you know, I don't have a designer page or anything else to provide you with written pattern. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some stuff written down, walk you through what I've been doing for this, and well, if things go well, I may someday put this on Pinterest, a photo of the pattern written out. So that's where I'm at right now. I would describe this as a shoulder cape, something to sit in the house with rather than a sweater, because I don't like having stuff bunched up under my arms. So this is just going to be sort of like a short poncho, I guess you would call it. The yarn I have is Red Heart Super Saver, and it's called Monet. Here's the one I've been using. I've got two, so I could make a full poncho if I decided to, but I don't think I want one because I don't want to have to sit on it. So here we go, Monet. Got it quite some time ago at a store here, so I think it's probably more expensive now. There's another color that is similar in being multicolored, not exactly the same, but this is Red Heart with Love. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it is softer than Super Saver. Some people say Red Heart, they mean Red Heart Super Saver. Red Heart makes a lot of different kinds of yarn. So anyhow, I'm not using this right now, but I just thought I'd show that this one is available. Or at least it was available when I bought it. So, okay, so I started out with foundation double crochet. Now, if you don't like doing foundation double crochet, you have my sympathy, but if you use a chain instead, this isn't going to work. My head is 22-inch circumference, which is about average for a female of Eastern European ancestry. And that equated to 70 foundation double crochet stitches with a 5.5 millimeter hook, which is what I've got in my hand. If you use different weight yarn, that's a 4 weight. If you use different weight yarn, different size hook, you know, it may come out different. So what I did, I didn't actually do any calculations ahead of time. I just, as I was doing the foundation double crochet, you build it like a ladder, so you don't have a chain to start with. And so you can just do what I did, which is to just keep holding it up and wrapping it around your head until you get it to a good size. And the reason that I'm measuring it by my head is because I'm going to pull it over my head. I want it to fit without causing permanent injury to the bridge of my nose, which, by the way, my nose is quite large. So yeah, and then after I did that, well, let me back up for just a second. I left a very long tail. I mean, not like yards and yards, but a long tail so that I could use the tail to sew the ends together. Okay. Now, I started with alternating front post double, back post double. Did that for 2 rows. So that's what I have over here is front post double, back post double, alternating. Okay, see that? There's your front post doubles right here. Let me do this with the other side. Okay, so this is the foundation doubles. And then there's front post double around it. Then the back post double is that hole there. And then front post double again. Okay, and then that's the first row. And then for the second row, just put whatever's there. So front post double gets a front post double, back post double gets a back post double, which is simple. Then I only did 2 rows of that. You could obviously do as many as you want. I went for 2. And then the next thing I did was an increase, which is 2 doubles in 1 stitch. So it's a double increase in the back post and just 1 double in the front post stitch. So it's 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way across. So that's what I have written down here. That's what this means. After the front post doubles and back post doubles, I did 1 row of a double increase in each back post double, which means 2 and 1. Then only 1 double in each front post double. Then I did 2 rows of just a double in each stitch, just straight ahead, and then 1 row of a double increase, double in each of the next 2. So whereas this one was double and then 1, this is double and then 2. And that is this right here. Okay, that's right here. Double increase here. Excuse me, I got to catch the yarn, which is falling and I don't want it to. Double increase right there. Then 1 double, another double, and then a double increase again, 1 double, another, and just keep doing that. Okay, and so then I just repeated that. So then 2 more rows of just a double in each, and then another row of double increase here, double, double, double increase. So that's all that is. Now, I do something kind of interesting when I get to the seam, and that is when I go into the stitch, and then I pull the one that I have on that I'm going out of, that I'm leaving, very tight, and use the one that the chain 2 that I'm going to make as the next stitch. And what that does is it makes your seam go in a straight line. So that's what this is here. Is I've got 1 more stitch to put in here. I just left it out so you could see. So there's a stitch to go in here yet. And then I'm going to go into this, which is the chain 2. I'm going to go into this at the top and pull really tight on what I have here and chain 2 again. So the chain 2 is going to be directly over the previous chain 2, and so on all the way back. And all that you see from that is a little extra crossing of the stitches, and the seam doesn't travel at all. I went with just plain doubles because I'm using this very active active color yarn. If you're going to use a plain yarn, you might want to throw in something interesting, like do back loop or a puff or something in a row here somewhere. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to keep going around, and I'll make a decision as to if I'm going to do any decreasing or not for my shoulders. This form is slightly smaller than I am, so it looks like I don't have a good fit, but I actually have been trying it on my actual body, and so the shoulders are coming out in about the right spot, and that's why I stopped for a little filming right now. So if you decide to try this, have fun. Like I say, I may put the directions up on Pinterest if I build up some enthusiasm for that in a few days or weeks or whatever. But one more look here at this. So if you want to write it down or take a picture of it or whatever, That's what it is. Okay. Have fun. Take care of yourself.